back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to look at the topic, the immune system. Well, this is the type of thing that if it wouldn't be there, we as a species wouldn't exist. So let's get into it. So just let's say that you got hair on a twig. How annoying. So what would happen is, when the wound would open, millions of bacteria, dirt, and fungi would enter your finger. It would get very irritating. But inside, the bacteria start destroying your cells, stealing all your resources, and pooping everywhere. Who likes that? So the endangered cells would send out these chemicals called cytokines, which would signal the macrophages to come and help them fight against the bacteria. So if a regular cell would be the size of a regular person, the macrophage would be as the size of a black rhino. And it's very aggressive. If you annoy it, you wouldn't be alive. And bacteria do annoy it. It stretches out its octopus-like hands and grab it and digest it alive. Macrophages can eat thousands of bacteria like this until they're exhausted. But if they get exhausted, they call for reinforcements by using such chemicals which alert another killer called neutrophils. Neutrophils are like suicide bombers. Neutrophils are like suicide bombers that have a lot of fun in killing. Like, they live to kill. They shoot out these deadly chemicals which dissolve the bacteria itself. They have so much fun killing that they have to kill themselves in a few minutes, otherwise they could cause a lot of collateral damage. But they don't care about that. Sometimes they push the limit and press the suicide button. They would squirt all their deadly chemicals, which would be like a net which would dissolve all the bacteria, and trust me, it would be very hard for them to escape. Sometimes they are so enthusiastic of killing that sometimes they literally wake up after they died, even though they're sort of dead already. But sometimes your bloodstream would open up and it would let a silent killer and some water streams. The silent killer's name is the complement system. It's basically like let's say it's a few small particles which are designed to prick and kill bacteria. It's a very big process about the complementary system, so we'll talk about that in another video. And if things go well, that would kill all the bacteria and it would be a very easy thing to overcome. But if that's not the case, you have to go to stage 2. The command officer, called the dendritic cell of the immune system, would come in handy this time. While everybody were bashing their heads fighting, the dendritic cell was collecting body parts of the bacteria and surrounding it with it. It's kind of like a soldier decorating itself in the guts of a dead soldier. So it goes into the network of your body, the lymph nodes. It would go to the lymph nodes and find these types of killers called helper T cells. Those helper T cells are very useful. But not just any helper T cell. It has to be a specific helper T cell. You remember when the dendritic cell had covered itself in all those dead body parts? It would take it and rub on each and every helper T cell it would find. And if you're lucky, after a few hours, you could find the perfect helper T cell for your body. But wait a minute. How does your body have a helper T cell for every disease in your body? Well, it's complicated, but you have an organ in your body called the thymus. It's basically the murder university of your body. But that's complicating, so we'll explain that in another video. So after that, if the dendritic cell finds the proper helper T cell, it will get excited and activated. Well, it's very slow, like very, very slow. It's like waking up a teenager on a school day, very, very slowly. Once the reaction starts, it would start cloning itself until the thousands. So there would be two groups of helper T cells. One of them would rush to the battlefield and help the other soldiers, but the other group goes to do another purpose. Right now, let's focus on the group one. So what happens with the group one is that they quickly rush to the battlefield to wake up the soldiers, because things are getting out of hand. A tired macrophage is ready to go to sleep, like its buddies have done already. So the helper T cell comes and whispers something using special chemical signals, and the helper T cell and the macrophage feels fresh again. It will open up, but there's one very faint thing, a very clear thing. Big white anger. The macrophage throws itself at all the E. coli bacteria, killed everything in its path like it's supposed to, once again. Meanwhile, the other group of helper T cells do another very important thing. It will find a new killer called the B cell. It's basically your antibody factories. If you're wondering what's an antibody, it's basically like tiny bullets that try and stun the bacteria and keep them in place so the macrophages can come and eat them alive. So, like the same case with the helper T cells, there are many variations and one for the specific bacteria you're looking for. So after a few hours, the helper T cells will find it, activate it, and then clone it until it's enough, and then it will start creating and showering the body in these specific antibodies. If things go well, everything will be cleared up. The macrophages will eat all the accumulated bacteria. The complement system would stun and kill off most of them. The neutrophils would accidentally kill a few cells, but that's not a problem. And the tissue would be finally clean. After that, the immune cells would realize that they don't have a use anymore. So they kill themselves to save their resources. But not all of them. The helper T cells and the B cells would turn into these memory cells. They would remember what happened in the attack, and if the bacteria would come back, they would make sure that it doesn't land a foot like it did. Same with the B cells. And the B cells would keep producing a low amount of that antibody, which would make you immune to that bacteria. So it could also make you immune. If that same bacteria tries to kill you, it wouldn't be a big issue anymore. So this is my video. I know I haven't uploaded in a long time, but this is my video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.